Hi, I'm Jason Strout down here at the Combat Corner headquarters in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Today I'm going to show you a little bit of why you shadowbox or shadowboxing with a purpose. I feel like nowadays shadowboxing is kind of overlooked and people don't do it. They think, well, I'll just get right to it. And sometimes I do the same thing. I just show up at the gym, shake out a little bit, and then get right in the bag. But if I wanted to perfect my technique or work on certain things or my footwork or just basic punching technique or how to turn my hand over, keep my elbows in, hands up, blocking kicks, whatever, the best way to do that is shadowboxing, because if you're off balance when you shadowbox, how are you supposed to hit your opponent or the bag or pads? Like if you can't get it down when you're shadowboxing and hitting the air, it's gonna be very difficult to do in a fight. So shadowboxing with a purpose, right? I want to work on having a good quality stance. And sometimes I don't even need the punch. Sometimes it's just moving, just basic steps back and forth, forward, backwards, forward, backwards. It'll be a little out with the front foot, out with the back foot, front foot, back foot. You can do that a couple times to kind of get a little bit of a rhythm going and just feel your body step, and then readjust. Just little movements like that. Not even worrying about where the hands are, but just more worrying where the feet go. Now when we're shadowboxing with a purpose, you can work on hand placement, how to turn your hands over right at the end. You don't have to fully extend the arm. It could be a short punch, it could be a long punch, but I want to make sure I'm turning the hand over, keeping the elbow in tight, and giving that little stick right at the end each time. So I'm popping the shoulder, popping the shoulder. I don't want to overextend. I never want to get my weight traveling too far forward. I never want to get my head over that front foot. I don't want to be stuck out here, right? Especially for MMA. You get your head over your front foot, someone's going to time that, drop it and shoot. I like to keep my weight in the middle, right? Maybe a little more on the back foot, elbows are in, and I'm turning my hands over. Not working too hard, just kind of getting the body loose. Knowing where I am on the floor, in the ring, in the cage. So as I step, I'm not just walking in circles. I'm thinking about where my opponent is, what I'm setting them up for. Now, head movement doesn't just mean bending at the waist or ducking and bending the knees, because in boxing you get away with a little more of the head movement, and in MMA and kickboxing you can't, because kicks are coming, punches are coming from different angles, elbows, you got a lot more to worry about. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't worry about head movement. You shouldn't just leave your head in the same spot all the time. I remember back in the days at a gym I had in New York, and I'd watch Hector Camacho Jr. just sit there in front of the mirror and just little bit of movement, little movements. His weight was always balanced, he was shifting from side to side, but his head was never in the same spot. Just a little bit of movements keeping people guessing where he was coming from, right? Like if you ever see a chicken at the farm, he's just constantly moving his head side to side, right? Just those little movements. I throw a punch combination, I throw a jab, I move my head just a little bit so it's never in the same spot, and I'm never sitting on the center line. If I'm hiding behind the shoulder, the other shoulder, I'm backing off, but I'm always keeping that head slightly moving, and I'm not moving it so much when I'm tipping side to side where I've exposed myself for a kick. My hands still stay up by the side of my head. It's just little movements, little movements. Punch combination, move. Jab, move. Cross, move. Hook, move, right? I'm just little movements, keeping your opponent guessing at all times. Okay, now let's put it all together. Let's put together the footwork, the hand combinations, and the head movement, right? So when I'm putting it all together, I still want to kind of start from the ground and work my way up. So I'm always moving the feet, finding my range, finding my distance. Then I'll start throwing the hands out as a measuring stick and also as a weapon. And then after I punch, I'll move my head or I'm moving my feet, but I'm always trying to put it all together. Working on technique the whole time. Elbows are in tight. Hands are coming back to the face. Weight shifting from side to side. Level changing, head movement, right? Working on everything. Where I am on the floor, in the ring, in the cage, I'm always in control.